YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're working on the Lexus Is300 and today we're installing some goodies and getting rid of some stuff on the engine bay to test fit. And what we're getting rid of is the intake manifold, and we're taking off the exhaust to test fit the turbo manifold, turbo, and the front facing intake manifold. And this is what we're working with right here. We got our we got our front facing manifold, we got our turbo, precision turbo 6266, and our turbo manifold. I'm gonna go ahead and just start taking off the stuff from the top and then jack it up and go from there. Intake is off. Now it's time to get that off. Alright, so I got the manifold off, and man, that was a pain. I just hate that manifold so much. It's just so annoying. Took off the cover to get the harness over here, and I still need like 2 more connectors I get from the bottom. That way I can just put this to the side and get all that room, because that's a lot of harness. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and loosen the manifold up, and then jack it up, do it from the bottom, and it should come up. Okay, we got the exhaust manifold off. Now we just gotta put the turbo manifold on and turbo and see how it looks. Alright, we've got the turbo on, and this thing is looking pretty, man. I'm loving how it's coming out. Next thing to do is put the manifold on and see how that's gonna look. I am super excited to see it all complete. But in order to run that manifold, I do need to remove the power steering pump because it's in the way, and remove the ECU right here. I already have the wiring flopped over there, so I'm probably just gonna take the whole thing off. I might just take off the radiator as well, just to give me a little more room in there. Radiator is off. I did do a mess. I didn't drain it before, so don't do what I did, but drain it before you take it off. But now I'm gonna take off the belt so I can take off the power steering, and then we'll get to the ECU. Alright, I got the power steering out of the way, and I just moved it down just so I could clear that. I got the ECU off, and the box off, and the wiring is all over there somewhere. Big pile of parts everywhere. Also removed all the AC lines because they were kind of hitting everything of the manifold. The manifold hits everything, literally. So it's gonna be, have to relocate a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and test fit it out and see if it goes. Alright, so I struggled really bad trying to put this manifold on. I usually see people beat right here just to get it in, but I took off my manifold stud, that corner one, and this thing just slid right in, no issue at all. So if you're trying to avoid banging your frame right here, go ahead and take that first stud out, and this thing will just slide right in. But man, this thing is looking so good. I can't wait to put on the GTE valve cover, and this thing's gonna look so great. Also need to paint the frame walls because the color also just, I don't know, it just throws it off. It's just like off balance or something. But what do you guys think? I should paint it black or match it to the color of the car? So the next thing that I'm gonna do is pretty much get the car ready for the fabricator that's gonna do my work. And what I have to do is drill a 3-inch hole right there for the charge pipe to go through there and meet the intercooler right there. And same over here, make a 3-inch hole so I could get the piping to route over here. And also gonna mount my intercooler and try to mount my bumper to see how it's gonna look as well. Hey guys, I got this intercooler maybe 3 years ago, and I just opened it up yesterday. It was literally brand new, still in the box. Look, it came upside down. I was like, no way. So now instead of M, we got a W. And that's just crazy. Like, come on, you had one job. Right now, I'm gonna try and just get this as straight as possible and level as I can. And then I'm gonna tack weld the tabs onto my bash bar and then try to see how that's gonna look. Okay, so I got my intercooler nice and mounted. I got some tabs, drilled some holes, and then I welded it to the bracket. As you can see, there you go. It's looking pretty good. I'm loving how it's coming out. I'm just not feeling the gold. Most likely gonna end up just painting it all black since the logo is on backwards. So, I mean, might as well just paint it all black and then maybe get a new stencil and get it on there. But intercooler is nice and locked up. That's good to go. The next thing I need to do is prep these corners so I can run my charge pipe through them to the intercooler. There's gonna go from there, go straight over here and down there. So I need to drill a 3-inch hole somewhere right there. That way I can meet my intercooler straight over here. And same goes to this corner. It's more of a tight fit, but it's gonna go straight like that and straight down there. I think I might just use the grinder to cut out a square since there's already cutouts right there. But yeah, it's gonna go like that, straight down over there, and it's gonna meet the intercooler right there. Also, my next big worry is the fitment on my bumper. I might need to do some cutting to fit the intercooler and the piping to go through there. I might as well just slap the bumper on right now and see how it's gonna go. So I do need to do some cutting, and the cutting I need to do is right there, that line. And over there, I'm gonna do the first line to the closest to the side right there. Do those cuts, see how far I need to go, and just keep testing the bumper until it basically fits. So let's see, I don't want to cut into my bumper, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so I got my bumper fully cut now. I forgot to show the fitment of it, but I did take off my intercooler so I could paint it black. And there's the intercooler. It is now black. But while the paint dries, to show you guys a full result, I'm going to go ahead and drill 3-inch holes on the side of the car right there and right there. That way my intercooler piping can snake through. And that's where this bad boy comes in handy. I'm going to remove some wiring here and try to get it close as possible right there. Alright, so I got my 3-inch hole cut out right here, and that way my charge pipe will go straight right here, down there, and to the intercooler. Pretend that the intercooler is right there. And then over here, I did pretty much a triangle. It probably didn't need to be this big, but I already cut it, so hey, let's go. So now the other part will go from here, down there, and straight to the intercooler. My intercooler is still drying, so I'm going to go ahead and just test out my GTE valve cover. Okay, and this is the result so far. This thing is looking really good. The only thing that's bothering me a little, so I painted this valve cover and it's a little way off from the paint on my color, but that's an easy fix. I only painted it because I already had the can that's been sitting there for like maybe a year, so I was like, screw it, I'll just try it out. But yeah, I'll probably have my buddy that painted my car paint that same color, that way it matches a little more. But man, this thing is looking great, man. I'm fucking loving how it's coming out. Once this motor comes out, we will deal with the other details like the paint of the engine bay. Deal with that since it's throwing it off as well. Two other things we need to address is the power steering reservoir relocation. I did this just for now. I just had a bunch of parts. I just did it for now, that way it doesn't leak. Looks super janky and ghetto. So I'm gonna get, there's like a chase based ones I want to get, and there's also a AC high relocation line that makes them look more sleek that we will also do. Another thing that I'm seeing is the water neck might be too close to the headers, so I might need to get like a 90-degree water neck or something, that way the line avoids that. Those will be worries for later. For now, we're gonna focus on getting this ready for the fabricator and getting our motor back and hopefully getting this thing on. After painting the intercooler black, it's very less noticeable. Now, I need to get a stencil on there, that way it looks a little more poppin'. But I think this is where we're gonna leave the video. We did a lot of successful things to this. We got the intercooler on, mounted. We got the intake manifold on. We got the turbo manifold on, and the turbo on, and the GTE Valve cover on. And this thing looks like a brand new car. Well, not a brand new car, but a whole nother car. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm super stoked and excited for what's to come. I've been collecting these parts for like 2-3 years now, and it's finally a go. But hope you guys have a good one and stay tuned for what's to come.